What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got Keetin Marchi taking on Hlavac. This should be quite the match. Let's get it started.
Lead all the way to Jason in. I'm Hlavac. I've competed in Schmoedown twice before, lost both times. Really excited to be doing singles, and really excited to see sort of what I can do without what I thought was my better half.
I'm really stoked to get my own shot to do it.
So unfortunately, you will not be leaving here today as the winner of this fatal five-way Keetin. Hell of a performance.
It's not the last time we're gonna see you. I want to be back. I gotta prove myself, redeem myself.
Besides Thorn, name 4 of the 12 remaining cores in Thorn's company in the Hobbit film. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia.
Oh, winner today is the
I'm a little frustrated, I'm a little upset. Lions Den came in, they recruited a new guy. I've been here 3 times. I've lost 3 times now, always the last question. Next match! Cushing, going for Donica, going for Inman, taking all of you guys down. We'll play Eureka, a.k.a. Lady Deathstrike in X2, X-Men Unite.
I have no idea this means a fix. Exactly!
Love the music.
Second round, and the Schmoedown as a whole has found itself in the midst, maybe the eye of the hurricane. If this is the movie Twister, there's cows flying everywhere after the events of the Collider collision.
And I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman yelling, "It's coming!" Because things are crazy. It's like when I take my box of cereal and open up the bottom end to get to the crumbs faster. This is just pieces all over the kitchen table here in the Schmoedown. We've got Sam has vacated titles. He's walked up. Alex is the Star Wars champion when I feel I should still be the champion. I should have been in there. We got parts flying around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still putting together that cereal metaphor you just dropped on.
All right, so you get the box, flip it open.
That is Ken Napzok from the Afternoon Podcast. I am Mark Ellis, Baby Carrots himself. And the big thing, my takeaway from the collision, is that Andrew Guy somehow, some way was able to defeat Dan Murrow. And if that wasn't enough, you had Rachel Cushing advance to round 3, which we could probably guess was going to happen. Now Andrea Psycho is playing Ethan. There's so much to piece together from that, not the least of which is a shocking announcement at the end that we have really no teams heading into the tournament on the hand of the so-called Commissioner Thad Williams, who is really just a puppet for Mike Kalinowski. This is in chaos right now, Ken.
Yeah, you know what? Kalinowski's done a great job of calling out the corruption in this league, as he says, but I think now we have a new brand of corruption. But you know what? With all this chaos, it is the great philosopher? Yep. Peter Baelish that says chaos is a ladder. From this chaos, someone will emerge, and there is one constant. The Lion's Den is gone, but the Knights Academy and Mark Donica are here to rule in their stead. So
what a cute name that is. Jay-Z and Dagnina
it
together.
Looks good on t-shirts.
On its own. It's going to sell a lot of merch on TeePublic, but what will it actually put under the white hot spotlight? That's what we're looking at with this matchup here today, because even this matchup has been affected by the Caligula-like reign of Mike Kalinowski, because you look at Keetin Marchi, right?
Yeah.
She was supposed to play Emma Fife.
Right, she challenged her.
All of a sudden, everybody who advanced to round 2 just got thrown into a Vitamix, which is still $500 at Best Buy. They hit go, and next thing you know, now it's Keetin going up against Adam Hlavac, who somehow was able to best his good buddy Hector Navarro in round 1. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea what's going to happen today.
I can get you one of those for $250 at a swap meet. A guy named Buy sells them. Best Buy, B-I-A. It's a great. You'll get that Vitamix real cheap. Adam Hlavac coming off that big victory with his partner. I mean, this is a chance for him to really strike out on his own. Keetin coming off the victory against Rosie. I'm a fan of both of them, what they did in that match, and this one's one of those too hard to call.
Yeah, and these two have done battle before. Let's not forget that. When you did have Keetin Marchi placing 3rd in the 5-way, Adam Hlavac placing 2nd, so they both know their stuff, and they've proved that here before, but now they go head-to-head in a matchup that is going to see one of them advance into the 3rd round. We had a lot of trash talk pre-show. Let's see what they had to say.
I feel pretty confident. I feel super excited. Beating Hector is always a joy in life. Too bad you guys couldn't see us play Injustice 2. I passed him a bag of salt quite a few times while playing, so it was great. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I'm looking forward to playing my next opponent.
You know, I just showed up today and I'm so freaking confused because Mike decided to mix a ton of things up, and I was supposed to be facing Emma, so that's where all my studying and prep has gone into. But now all of a sudden I'm being told I'm facing Adam, and I'm like, I've already faced Adam. Like, I know I can beat him because I almost beat him if I wouldn't have gotten that freaking Philosopher's Stone question wrong. But like, I'm not prepped for Adam. I'm prepped for Emma right now. Like, what the hell?
I think she's actually a very, very good competitor, so I'm looking forward to seeing how we play one-on-one, because I think it's an interesting dynamic. I've watched some of her matches, so I know some of her strengths. I know a little bit of her weaknesses, and I think, if she's seen some of the matches that I've done, I think she kind of the same thing, so I'm sort of interested to see how this will sort of play in one game together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Adam knows nothing about Harry Potter. He knows very little about Lord of the Rings, which is starting to become a little bit of a strong suit for me. I've been studying it really hard. But I'm really nervous about Adam's kind of knowledge on the comic book stuff, like the Marvel, the DC, because sometimes that's hit or miss for me.
I feel like my strengths are very strong, and I've tried to work on some of my weaknesses, so I feel really confident going forward and seeing who I want to be up against, and watching so many of these Schmoedown matches, I have a good handle on what certain players are good at, and I have a feeling that I can really take advantage of their weaknesses as well.
My thoughts, if I win this and go on to the next round, which I'm going to, are that, maybe I'll get a chance to actually fight Mike and be like, screw you, dude, for mixing this all up, because it's not fair. And who said you get to choose what happens in this tournament?
I mean, I love the moxie, if you will, of Keetin Marchi, because she still is ready to call people out. Didn't really work out for her last time. She called him, and that's not even playing her. And for Adam, he's right. This is just another step in his advance towards continued legitimacy in the Inner Geekdom. I think beating Hector Navarro was such a huge win for him. You wonder about a possible emotional or mental letdown today. That is not going to be the case with Keetin Marchi.
It happens. You beat a team that you're not supposed to beat on Monday Night Football. You're losing to the Buccaneers on Sunday. That's what what happens in these intense competitions. It's 122 degrees in this studio. It's going to be hotter out there when the competitors get there to fight.
He's off serial metaphors, and he's back on the good side with sports metaphors. Ken, what is the tale of the tape here today? What are the competitors good at?
All right, Keetin Magic Marchi, she is good at Harry Potter movies, Disney movies, and random shit. She loves random shit, like cereal boxes upside down where you open, you can never buy.
There we go.
Adam Hlavac, he is good at comic book movies, Marvel, DC. He talks a lot about that stuff. I happen to know he's really good at Star Wars, and I really know he's good at day drinking in San Diego.
He knows how to crush an IPA or two. Will Keetin Marchi be another IPA for him to crush, or will she be a Pilsner that is poured on the sad head of Adam Hlavac? That metaphor went off the rails, but we are about to get started here. I'm ready, Ken. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Good crowd today. Good crowd here today. Introducing the competitors will be I don't want to say Golden Boys because somebody else has one of those, but this one it's maybe of a Honey Crisp Sugar Bear vibe.
I like that. I like that. You don't have milk with your Cookie Crisp, you freak. All right, here we go. Introducing first, representing the Popcorn Talk Network with an Energetum record of 1 win and 1 defeat. It's Keetin Magic
I celebrate his entire catalog, Ken.
Oh, yes. All right. And her opponent, representing Hyper RPG with an Energetum record of 1 win and 1 defeat. This is Adam sensible polo shirt section at Target like I did, and I respect him for that.
Which way's Ken?
We are.
Never know with Adam Hlavac. He's got more black on his shirt and on his facial hair than Steven Seagal in the mid-90s, and he looks just as focused. He is on deadly ground here going up against Keetin Marchi.
Absolutely.
All right, competitors, in round 1, you're going to hear 10 questions from 10 different corners of the inner geekdom universe. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no ceiling in round 1. The questions are all asked to the field. So as soon as you hear the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard we so kindly provided you with, as well as the magic marker. That's also on our dime. No need to invoice us. Now, Adam and Keetin, once you write down your answer and we ask you for it by name, please show your whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I will remind the competitors of their JTE rule. You have 3 usages of those throughout the match. If you're not sure if you heard a question right, you need to buy yourself some time. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge if you don't like the way a question was ruled. And with all that out of the way, Adam, you are the favorite in this match. How are you feeling?
I feel real good.
Feels real good, like
You
an
been
80s
drinking?
radio. Hey, Keetin Marchi, you feeling okay?
Yeah, feel great.
Then it's time to Schmoedown! I did that order right, Ken.
Did you?
Big day in the Ellis household.
First question out of 10. Category is Star Trek. How many Star Trek films were released in the 1990s? Mark, do you think the answer is higher or lower than the amount of times I had sex in the 90s?
Oh boy, I did not follow you, but I've seen Instagram pictures with you with long hair, and I gotta imagine more Star Trek movies came out.
4.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pence dollar are down. Answers coming first from Adam.
4?
That's right.
4.
That's right. And to answer the other question, Mark.
Both competitors on the board, they are merely 9 questions away from a perfect round 1.
Time. It was higher, Mark.
Well, hey, you really picked up in the 2000s. Middle Earth is your next category. Middle Earth. What is the name of the King of Rohan in Lord of the Rings?
I would assume he just goes by King of Rohan.
You know, I love about those movies. Everyone speaks in a whisper. Whisper. All right. 5, countdown. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Keetin.
I said Ministera, but that's not right.
Oh, it's a nice place, but not the right answer.
Let's go King.
That is not. We're looking for Theoden. King Theoden. King Theoden.
A little more specific and a little more accurate on both counts, so we remain tied at 1 as we go back to Ken with the question from the MCU.
Third question comes in the category of MCU, as Mark said. What is the name of Thanos' home world? Home world. Where does he watch TV?
Guy, Thanos would be the worst concert attendee because he starts snapping his fingers.
3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Adam.
Titan.
That is correct for a point. Keetin.
I don't know.
That is incorrect.
Taking the lead at 2-1. Your next question comes from the very British accented world of Harry Potter. And your question is, who cast the Patronus that leads Harry to Gryffindor's sword in the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Sounds like a description for a Cinemax movie at 11 p.m.
A little bit of nudity getting the Gryffindor's sword.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Keetin.
Hermione?
That is incorrect. Adam.
Snape?
That is correct.
Oh my god.
All right, Keetin feeling a little bad for the miss there.
Oh my god. I know,
Fifth question, you're halfway there. Fifth question, category is DC. What was the name of the yellow spandex-clad villain that Lex Luthor created in Superman 4, The Quest for Peace? Comma and there's an apostrophe there.
Nuclear Man.
I put those in there to trip you up.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
handle them like a pro.
All right. For answers here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Starting with Adam.
Nuclear Man.
That is correct.
Chitara.
4-1 lead. 4-1 lead for us.
Break down. Adam Hlavac, not embarrassed to admit he's seen Superman 4 The Quest for Peace.
I love that movie. I don't care.
Multiple times. Some crowd members and fans.
It's a real
as well.
movie. I don't
We
care.
move on to heroes and villains. These are questions about good guys or bad guys, or gals or girls. Your next question: who plays ruthless mob boss Frank D'Amico in Kick-Ass? You know, I always get Snape confused with Snope.
He's probably the same person. It's a connected universe, I heard.
I bet they were roommates.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Keetin.
Josh Brolin.
Incorrect.
Mark Strong?
That is correct. Mark Strong, 5 points for Adam.
Commanding 5-1 lead here in the midway point of round 1. The crowd has fallen silent. Clearly they are on the team of Keetin. Can she make a comeback?
All right, question 7 is in the category of DCEU. DCEU. What two characters dig up Superman's body in Justice League?
I was not aware Superman had passed.
I didn't know that the man with the mustache was the same as
See
that.
that picture?
I don't know.
Flash and
5,
Cyborg.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Adam.
Cyborg and the Flash.
That's correct. Keetin.
Batman and Wonder Woman.
Oh, no.
Batman and Wonder Woman not doing the digging. They hire the underlings, the interns of the Justice League for that job. Our next question comes from the world of Star Wars. And your Star Wars question is, according to Yoda, what does a Jedi never use the Force for?
Is it opening cookie boxes? Because I think that would be what I would
I
use
think a
it for.
Jedi can do that on a Saturday or Sunday. A Jedi can use the Force
5,
to build a hammock.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Free will?
That is down. Looking for answers starting with Keetin.
Themselves.
No, incorrect. Adam.
Anger?
No, attack. Looking for attack. They'd never use the Force to attack.
Or open cereal boxes.
All right, question 9. Question 9 comes in the category of Marvel. Who plays J. Jonah Jameson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films?
2.5 really good movies in that trilogy.
Oh, I see what you did there. I like emo Spider-Man.
J.K. Simmons.
I like Venom.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Adam.
J.K. Simmons.
That is correct.
I don't even want to share.
All right, she's gonna withhold her answer, so we can only assume it is not correct.
Yes.
We cannot give her the point. 7-1, and we move on to mixed bag.
She's got some fans, apparently.
Mixed bag is your last category in round 1. This is mixed bag. Could come from any corner of the inner geekdom galaxy. Your question happens to be, what actress played Supergirl in 1984's Supergirl?
Cinematic
Is that even a
classic.
movie?
It's a cinematic classic, all right? I had it on
Helen
VHS.
Slater.
Did you really?
No.
Not the best
Five.
way to come. 1984.
3, 2, 1. Looking for answers, starting with Keetin.
Kim Cattrall.
Incorrect.
Yes,
Right.
like that guess.
Helen Slater.
That's right, Helen Slater from Adams taking
It's out on Blu-ray this month.
8-1 lead.
That is an 8-1 lead going into round 2. A commanding lead for Adam Hlavac. And we go to round 2 as I remind the competitors of the rules in round 2. This is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, destiny, perhaps doom. The wheel has 12 different categories. 10 of them are from 10 different places in the inner geekdom universe. You also have spinner's choice and opponent's choice are on the wheel. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you spin, you will be asked to answer 5 questions from that category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to give you multiple choice, at which point the value of the question will go down to 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round number 2. Adam Hlavac, you not only are the favorite today, you have a commanding 8-1 lead over Keetin. Marchi, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I'm gonna let Keetin spin first.
Keaton's gonna spin
Put the
first.
pressure on, put the pressure on.
Here it comes. Gotta keep that confidence going into round number 2 for Keetin. You gotta get some points on the board here, Ken.
Spin is in. Yeah, she needs this, and she might need some steals from Adam too. A lot of pressure on this spin here.
Some of these inner geekdom categories get really, really tough.
Yeah, they do.
And we're looking at Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
How well do you know your Ministeris and Theodens?
You can spin again if you don't like this category. Lord knows we don't like pronouncing the names. What would you like to do? You want to keep Middle Earth?
Round
You want
off
to spin
with some
again?
good cheers. All right, she's gonna spin again.
Spinning
She's gonna
away.
spin again.
Fucking hobbits. Nothing to live for. Keetin slammed the door on him. The crowd wants spinner's choice. And
Really
Ken, this is
do.
a
They
pretty
might
good
get it.
spin. It's a little too much
But she's
muscle.
passed it in.
DCEU movies.
All right.
DCEU movies. These are movies in the current DCEU. At the time of this recording, we have not seen any footage from Aquaman, so that will not be a part of this.
I should have stuck with Middle Earth.
All right, Keetin, I will be asking you your DCEU questions. And your first question of 5 is, what hip-hop artist has a brief cameo in Suicide Squad
Common.
as Monster T, a gangster who has a misunderstanding with the Joker over Harley?
Common. Common.
That is incorrect for the steal, Adam
I don't
Hlavac.
get to use multiple choice, correct?
You do not get to use multiple choice, that is
It's,
correct.
oh my
Common.
god.
Is that your final answer?
No,
In.
Common.
That is correct.
2 points from Hlavac. That is not the way Keetin wanted to start off this
I should have done
round.
multiple choice. What was I thinking?
All right, your next question. In the movie Man of Steel, the ancient Kryptonian sentry ship was discovered in what country?
Multiple choice, please.
I can certainly provide that for you. Is it A, Canada, B, Iceland, C, Greenland, or D, Norway?
Norway? Now,
Greenland.
That is incorrect.
Norway.
Adam Hlavac, can you steal that one as well?
Norway?
That is also incorrect. Looking to our neighbors up north, givers of Bryan Adams, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
All right, Keetin, your next question. How many years has Bruce Wayne been operating as Batman, according to Batman v Superman?
over 20 years.
Multiple choice.
Over
Is it
20
A,
years.
15 years?
20.
B, 18 years? C, 20 years? Or
20
D,
years.
22 years?
20.
20 years.
1 point for Keetin. Much needed point here, and at this point she has 2 questions left in
Thank
this
you, Ben
round.
Affleck.
You just want to stay alive and hope you can maybe steal some from Adam in the rest of this round and then have a remarkable round 3. Keetin, your next question. What does Hippolyta give to Diana when she says her goodbyes?
Ooh, I think I know it, but I'm just going to say multiple choice, play it safe.
We can do that. Is it A, the God Killer sword, B, the lasso of truth, C, Antiope's tiara, or D, the bracelets of submission?
The tiara.
It is the tiara for another point. Starting to manage your way around this round. All right, and your last question.
Oh, this is the saddest scoreboard.
In round number 2, what caused Krypton to implode in Man of Steel?
Multiple choice,
Planet's
please.
core.
Was it A, a black hole developed nearby? B, Krypton's sun burnt out? C, over-harvesting of the planet's core? Or
C.
D, the Phantom Zone expanded into reality?
The sun.
It was not the sun.
C.
Over-harvesting the core.
They harvested too darn much, and it cost them big. Adam Hlavac gets the steal, gets the point. It's 11-3, and he has a 8-point lead.
That's right.
And now he has the ability to get 10 more points going into round 3, at which point we would have a knockout. Adam Hlavac, you not only got a couple steals, you now get to spin the wheel yourself. Here comes Hlavac to a rousing round of applause here from the crowd.
Here we go.
All right, here's the spin cannon.
Here we go.
All right. You wonder if he was a friend at all in the studio, Ken.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I should take him out for a beer after the show.
I'm a friend with him as well.
He's feel bad for him. He might have got spinners to him. Villain.
Villains? Do you want to keep villains? Do you want to keep villains? Or you want to spin again?
Damn, this is nice.
Gonna need your decision here. I'm gonna need your decision in 5 seconds. He's gonna stick with it.
He's gonna keep villains, Ken.
All right.
He's gonna keep villains.
Sure don't. Sure don't.
And he is right. These could be villains from any corner of the Inner Geekdom universe,
Right.
or as the crowd would view him, these could be questions about Adam Hlavac.
That's right.
It's my true Hollywood story.
All right, you have 4 questions in this round, Adam. 5 questions. I don't play in the Inner Geekdom.
He eats cereal, folks. He's not great at math. Give the kid a break.
5 questions. First one coming in. What was the name of the Death Eater that was appointed to the post of head of magical law enforcement under Voldemort's regime? I said the name, I'm sorry.
Dear God.
Multiple choice.
Yaxley, B. Runcorn, C. Thickness, D. Caro. Is that it?
Caro.
Where's Roka? What? Thickness?
Caro.
It's thick. What's the answer?
I'm gonna go with B.
That's incorrect. Get first.
Can you repeat them?
God
That
damn
was
it.
hard to understand, but sure.
I could not
Come here.
hear you.
I'm gonna repeat, sorry.
Okay.
A. Yaxley. B. Runcorn.
Caro.
C. Thicknessy. I don't know. D. Caro.
Caro.
A.
That is correct for a point.
As the Bee Gees would say, Ken, ha, 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 staying alive.
Oh, please. All right. Second question out of 5. Who served as Viceroy to the Trade Federation in The Phantom Menace?
Newt Gunray.
That's correct for 2 points.
That's a big 2
2
points, Ken.
points.
All right, so now it is 13-4 to Adam Hlavac. We're in knockout range right now, Ken, so buckle your safety belts.
All right, here we go. Who said, do you want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little
Heath
emotions.
Ledger's Joker.
Heath Ledger's the Joker.
We're going to accept that as the right answer, the Joker.
That is correct.
That's 2 points.
Well, 15-4, so technically, Adam, he has knocked out Keetin, but not quite yet because he has one more question in round number 2. So if he doesn't get this and Keetin steals it, she would advance to round 3, where we've seen anything is possible.
He has a couple more questions here. A couple more questions. All right, here you go, Adam. What actor, who also starred in Arrow on the CW, provided the motion capture and voice of the White Orc Azog in the Hobbit films?
Can I do multiple choice?
You may. A. Dominic Purcell. B. Michael Jai White.
Manu
C.
Bennett?
Vinnie Jones. D. Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett.
Would be a knockout. Manu Bennett? It's not a knockout, just
1 point, that is correct.
away from a knockout. So Manu Bennett, 16-4, 12-point game. So now Adam Hlavac, all he really has to do
Just get 1 point.
just get 1 point, and we're done.
All right. Final question.
Jesus.
Final question coming in here.
I feel like they're just pouring salt.
In the X-Men First Class, after injuring Charles by deflecting the bullets from Moira's gun, Eric nearly kills Moira by doing what?
Choking her. Choking her.
I believe he tries to choke her to death with the necklace she's wearing.
And your winner, 5
thrown with another opponent by Mike Kalinowski's hand. Adam Hlavac showing up, playing a great job. The answer was indeed strangled her with her dog tags, which we do not recommend you trying at home. They keep Marchi a worthy competitor. She came out to Michael Bolton. Maybe that affected her.
And sometimes that's what Michael Bolton, he'll either inspire you or hold you back. It's the flip of the record at the time of that.
Very emotional singer, that Bolton, and Adam Hlavac, a hell of a job. He clearly knows a lot from a lot of different places in the Inner Geekdom. He is somebody to look out for, whoever he's going to be taking on in round 3, Ken.
He's on a roll here. He's had the big win over Hector. He has another victory here. He moves on in the tournament, and we're going to hear from both the winner and the loser with the wonderful Jen Sturger.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Adam. Adam, that was an absolutely dominant performance. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I feel like a lot of those questions were sort of in my favor, which, thank God, because then obviously I would have been completely crushed. Had I gotten things like Middle Earth or Harry Potter, I think Keetin would have completely dominated me, but man, I got real lucky on this round, yeah.
And you spun villains and you stuck with it. Like, that's a pretty risky move.
Yeah. I wasn't really sure whether or not I should keep it because, like I was saying, it could be villains from any franchise, any movie in history.
But like you said, with Middle Earth on the wheel.
Yeah, with that and opponent's choice, I figured, screw it, I'll just take the risk. I have multiple choice in my favor, so if anything, I can at least get there halfway.
Now you made it to the second round, dominated. You're moving on, obviously, and there's still a lot of players in this field for you.
I'm real excited about it.
Who do you want next?
Well, I have some beef left over with Donica, and there's plenty of other people, Inman, and I really would like to battle Cushing and even Emma, and a few other people that I'll keep to myself, but I'm feeling really confident. This was a really fun match, and I always love doing the Schmoedown, so it's a great honor to always come back and play.
Well, fantastic. We can't wait to see what you do in the next round.
Thank you.
Oh, Keetin, I would give you a hug, but you are much taller than me right now.
Okay.
Are you doing okay?
Oh God, I've done better. I've done a lot better.
We made it to second round of this tournament,
I
and
did.
there are no slouches in this tournament, by the way.
No. I don't know. It just I was kind of thrown off. I prepped for Emma, and then Mike had to screw it all up, and showing up today and not knowing who I was going to compete against, and somebody who I know is very good, and somebody who I just felt like there were a lot of DC, Marvel, comic booky questions, which obviously you need to expect, but I should have chosen Middle Earth.
I was just going to ask you, do you wish you would have stuck with Middle Earth?
I absolutely do, because I knew that was one of Adam's weaknesses, and I knew, at least with multiple choice, if I didn't know it, I could get it off of multiple choice. So that was a strategy that I played wrong.
So, what's next? I mean, I know, like, obviously you're out of the tournament now, but you got to come back, right?
I absolutely have to come back. I have to. I'd love to battle Emma, because I was supposed to battle her today, and I just think it would be a fun match. Even Jay was kind of giving me some flack on my Instagram. So Jay, I don't know if you're out there, but I think I could kick your ass.
I'm sure he'll have a thing or two to say about that.
I'm sure he will.
But it was really nice to see you today. I'm sorry it didn't go your way, but you'll be back.
I will definitely
With the
be back.
ears.
Absolutely with the ears. Thanks for having me again for the tournament.
Anytime.
All right, so you see that right there. I mean, Adam doesn't really care who he plays at this point. He is riding high on the horse. If he could get higher without medical assistance after beating Hector Navarro, he is at that place now.
Keetin comes in, nice attitude as always. She brings a cheery disposition. Just it didn't go her way this time, but she had a big win the last time out. So that's sometimes the wins and losses come here. It's what you bring to the table the next time out.
Yeah, when you get a knockout like that, you see a competitor in the post-game interview, you still want to see if they have the fire. She clearly still has a very competitive fire burning for the Inner Geekdom tournament, and in the movie trivia Schmoedown, the future of the Schmoedown, which only, I don't even think the Lord our Savior knows what's going on right now in the head of Mike Kalinowski. That guy's head is like Vegas, and God can't actually see into that particular city. Now, Ken, you and I want to talk about the Schmoedown Patreon real quick. If you're not already a member of the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon, please check out the Patreon and figure out which tier is right for you. We love having your support.
Absolutely, it goes to a good cause. Me and my domination here in the Schmo. No,
Congrats on the nice Ken. Maybe t-shirts coming soon. In the meantime, you guys can check out more Movie Trivia Schmoedown action if you join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group, or you can check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. For Ken Knapsack, I am merely Mark Ellis at Ken Knapsack at Mark Ellis Live, and we'll see you guys real soon on the movie, a trivia, a Schmoedown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown. Adam Hlavac came prepared for this match, and it showed immediately in round 1. He had a 2-point improvement from his last match, putting up 8 points. However, on the other side of things, we saw Keetin Marchi regress severely, as she could only put up 1 point. For the rest of the match, it would be a struggle for Keetin. In her round 2 questions, she answered only 2, although she would eventually sneak in a steal for 1 point. On this day, Adam would not be denied a chance at his first career knockout, and did so by going 4 of 5 on his turn, and the final score was 18-4. The 14-point differential is the largest so far in the Inner Geekdom division. On the day, Adam went 14 of 18 for 78% correct. It's his best showing of the season. And as for Keetin, she tallied 4 correct answers out of 16. Her performance today was a 33% drop from her last match. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out ST Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance.
Well, that was a quick match. I was really pulling for you, Keetin. Adam, I like you, but I like Keaton's energy. She's really upbeat. So it's kind of sad to see her kind of put in that kind of performance. But I look forward to her coming back eventually. But congrats to you, Adam. You played fantastic. You kicked ass. It's going to be interesting. I assume you're going to be facing Kalinowski next in round 3, since we already know Cushing and Marr are facing each other. So yeah, dominating win by Adam. He moves on. Can't wait to see his next match against Kalinowski, assuming that is who he's facing. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. Also, we do new episodes of Schmoedown All Access each and every Sunday on the Jack of All Trivia YouTube channel. You can also go over there and find our interviews that me and Haven Pendergast did with Ben Bateman, William Bibbiani, and I can tease something. We got locked down another competitor we're going to be interviewing sometime next week. I'm really excited about interviewing this person. So, be on the lookout for that. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub. Peace.